Hi, I'm Linda Augsburg with American Patchwork and Quilting, and I'm here today with Angela Walters, and Angela is an ambassador for Handy Quilter. We're going to talk a little bit today about how to quilt a square in your design. Now, whether that's the full block or whether that's part of it, you've got some good design tips for us.
Absolutely. Well, squares are the most common shaped quilt blocks there are. Whether it's traditional, modern, art quilts, there's a lot of square shaped blocks or blocks with square components. And the design I'm going to show you is a nice geometric design, which is really fast and easy to quilt, and it requires no marking, which is one great thing about it. Now, it might look a little modern because it's more geometric, but this is an Amish style quilt that I'm using it on, so it shows that you can use it on traditional quilts or modern quilts. I don't think you get more traditional than Amish quilt, right?
Right. Can I use it in rectangles too?
Absolutely. So here, this is a quick little sample that shows you the design in a rectangle shape. So once you learn how the shape goes together, you can adapt it for different blocks.
Great. Can you show me how to make it?
Absolutely. So here, I've already quilted out a square. So we're pretending this is whatever shape block you're working, or whatever square block you're working with. And you're gonna start in one corner. It doesn't matter which one, it just kind of depends on how you find yourself coming across, into the block. And you're gonna quilt a line diagonal to the opposite corner. Now, when I quilt diagonal lines, I always use a ruler, especially made for machine quilting because it's a thicker acrylic, and Handy Quilter has these available for sale on their website. I'm gonna quilt that line diagonally, carefully, to the other corner, like this. Then from that point, I'm gonna travel along the bottom of the block.
Oh, traveling.
I know, traveling. It's not, don't stress out about it. If you use a thread color that matches, it's gonna look fine. And you're gonna get to that other corner. And I'm basically just quilting a large X from corner to corner. So far, so good, right?
Exactly.
Now from there, now you have these different triangles. I'm gonna work my way across, and what I'm gonna do is quilt from here to there, going about a half of an inch or an inch away from that corner.
Well, I think a lot of us would have stopped at the X.
Yeah, no, and you can keep adding to it. And if you're working on a sit-down machine or your sewing machine, you could actually use a walking foot if you're on your sewing machine, and use it to keep those lines straight. So you could do this on any kind of machine, not just a long arm. But I'm just going from point to point. Now, what's cool about this is it works for blocks of all shapes. So let's say you're working on a smaller block, well then maybe you just do one round around the whole time. If you're working with a bigger block, you could add more rows, just keep going around and around. Or if you don't want to just do straight lines, you can throw in some free motion quilting in these little spaces. So you can even come in here and add a ribbon candy or swirl, or really whatever you like. Here I'm just doing a figure 8 wishbone type design and working my way across.
So I could put pebbles in there, yes. I could put any kind of swirls in there, really anything to play up the design I'm using.
Exactly, depending on how much space you have. And if you have a quilt with different size square blocks, you can do this in all of them and just add more lines.
That's great. This seems like a great pattern to add to my collection of how do I quilt this quilt.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much, Angela. We hope this block has inspired you to try it on one of your own quilts.